And Taro Edune, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Solo ReacTalk. Today I'm going to be reacting to Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. All cutscenes, cinematics, and edited gameplay done by X Letalis. This is part 6. If you want to check out my previous reactions to the prologue campaign as well as to the main storyline, remember the playlist card will be at the top. Just click on it and you'll be able to access them. Yes, in part 5, last week Friday, the Protoss started to reorganize their way of battling against Amon. For instance, Artanis, a new member, a new addition to the group, wants to challenge the High Lord of the Tal'Darim to a battle, Malash. Who else? Karax has devised a way to separate Amon from the Kala by using the Xalnaga artifact. Rohana of the Preservers wants to infiltrate Amon's mind and gather information on his whereabouts or the activities that he's doing so that they'll be prepared for whatever Amon throws at them. At least they'll be wiser on the situation. So that's something that the Preserver Rohana wants to do. And Artanis is galvanizing his forces, making sure that they all remember what they're here to do, and the stakes are high. They have to win against Amon. As the first children of the Xalnaga, they have to win, and they have to bring peace and balance to the universe, if I can say it like that. Yeah. Okay, let's start with part 6. 3, 2, 1, go.
I assume your plan is to bind these robotic warriors to your will.
They will be allowed their freedom, much like Fenix. Making slaves of them is what led to their revolt before.
Oh, this foolish idealism taxes my patience.
Idealism? They are the replications of our greatest champions. We seek to free your people from Malash, and yet you desire to enslave mine?
I care not for freedom, it softens a people. I will dethrone Malash and save my kind from oblivion, but they will not be free. They will serve me. Freedom is a delusion, granted to the weak by the strong.
You speak as Amon does. For the sake of your life, that will change.
Instill the Phoenix machine as the new executor of the Purifiers, and use them as the tools of destruction they were built to be.
Your plan worked, Karax.
Yeah, I think maybe Artanis needs to also understand that they come from a different culture standpoint as the Tal'Darim. I think they're more of an authoritarian society, absolute ruler, the strength and power in one person leading the people into whatever destiny or future that the leader decides. And it's different from how Artanis was brought up in his society. And yeah, it may not sound nice what Arlac is saying, but that's just the way their culture is based around. It will take time for them to change, I think, if that's what Arlac is going to be doing, to change that kind of cultural expectation of whoever becomes the leader is the absolute ruler. So, yeah, I hear what Artanis is saying, and I also hear what Alarak is saying as well. So, yeah.
The stasis grid is down. We must act now.
If we can bring Cybros online, the battle station should begin to defend itself.
And the Purifiers?
They have lain dormant for millennia. They may still harbor anger towards us. If they turn on us, we will have to fight.
We failed them before, not understanding what it was we had birthed. These personalities may be replications, but they are alive.
After spending so much time with Phoenix, I share your belief.
Cybros will not be able to resist the Zerg for long. We should move quickly if we hope to save the Purifiers.
I require your honest counsel, Phoenix. Do you believe the Purifiers will join us?
I do not know. They may harbor rage, resentment for the actions of our forebears.
The Daylom is not the Conclave. We are united in purpose, like never before.
And that is why the Purifiers must be allowed to choose their fate for themselves. Without freedom, a people can be controlled, but never united.
People can be controlled but never united. Wow. Tell that to the Tal'Darim. They seem still pretty united, even though, they're being absolute controlled by one leader, one dictator. So yeah, I hear what Phoenix is saying as well, that they are intelligent beings all on their own, the Purifiers, and we should respect that, and I agree with that as well. They may be a copy consciousness of other Protoss, but they are still alive. I believe that they are still alive. Yeah.
This is true, and yet the Firstborn have ill need of another enemy.
And I believe in you to not create one. Your actions determine the future for both the Templar and the Purifiers. But now is the time to act, Hierarch.
You are right. The way forward may be difficult, but it is necessary. Thank you, my friend.
Hierarch, my scouts are tracking the movements of the Golden Armada. Why was Endion chosen as the world Cybros was to orbit?
For thousands of years, it has been a research retreat. Here, Protoss scholars secluded themselves from political affairs to focus on the task of devising technology that would benefit the Empire. The Psi Matrix was first conceived here. When it was decided that the Purifiers would be shut down, they became a symbol of achievement, but also the dangers of it.
So they were brought to a research colony.
Where better than a place where our greatest scientists resided, constantly improving Cybros' stasis field.
And how many resided on the world below?
800,000 Kalai, a contingent of Templar.
I only hope their deaths were swift.
If you would listen to me just once.
It's truly astounding how many different ways you find to waste our time.
Oh my gosh, this guy. Alarak, oh my gosh.
The Xel'Naga are dead. There is no salvation within Ulnar. And yet, we indeed found hope. If we are to fight, we must raise an army. Phoenix and I believe that we can awaken the ancient Purifiers and call upon their power. They may have been a forbidden weapon, but I have seen their potential in Phoenix and know that this time, they will not fail us. I have made a decision many of you will not agree with. During my time with Phoenix, I have seen that the Purifier program, under the right guidance, may be reborn.
History has shown the Purifiers cannot be controlled, Artanis.
They do not have to be. These personalities, like I, will have free will.
Just treat them with respect. Don't treat them like tools. Don't treat them like slaves, like how Alarak wanted to treat them. Just treat them with respect as individuals. Speak to them properly. Don't be condescending. Don't insult them. They understand fully what's going on. They understand who they are and what you are trying to do to them, Yeah, just respect them.
We do not have enough Purifier matrices to create more like Phoenix.
You cannot possibly be considering what I think you are.
The original Purifiers are housed in orbit above the forest world of Endion, sealed within their warship, Cybros. I have seen through Phoenix that these warriors may be valuable to us. Perhaps the Conclave misunderstood them, treating them as simple robots and not proud Templar. It tried to control them.
And they rebelled, attacking their creators.
That's the key word there, control. Stop trying to control. Just talk to them.
You not rebel against a slave master.
I have heard your counsel, and I have chosen to go to Endion. We leave at once.
The Purifier stasis grid is still intact. We'll have to destabilize it from the generator below. I'm detecting a massive Zerg infestation on the surface. They can't be Kerrigans.
Amon's brood. This will not be easy.
Oh, your ship is too bright. It pains my eyes.
I know.
Alarak, why? This guy's just too funny.
This will work, Hierarch. I know I can guide the Purifiers through the darkness that lies ahead. Help them accept what they are. I can convince them that they will not be treated as servants again.
Then it appears as if you have found purpose, brother.
Since awakening, I have been confused, directionless, uncertain of what I am, how I came to be. Now, things are clear once more. Fate has laid out a purpose only I can accomplish. It is exhilarating.
Yes. You embark upon a task that even Phoenix could not achieve.
Yet he would attempt it if he could. I have learned much from Phoenix's memories, and through them, I have come to know myself. I am Phoenix, but not. I am my own entity, and I take pride in this.
The Zerg pose quite a problem. Disrupting the stasis grid was never going to be easy, and it certainly will be less so with Amon's brood attacking us.
We will hold them off long enough for your work, Karax.
The scientists sealed away Cybros with a device called the Megalith. It is the key to disabling the station's stasis lock. Once the grid is down, we have to act swiftly and bring Cybros online or flee orbit. The might of the brood below is too great.
Leave the defense to me.
Ah, Artanis. I believe I will serve you more effectively from here. Besides, I would rather Alarak remain where he can be watched.
What you plan to do is awaken monsters, Artanis. They slaughtered every Templar on the base of Lantinum.
They rose against their masters. Our people never treated them as Templar.
Because they are robots, created to do the bidding of the Conclave.
Is this what you think of Phoenix? A robot who's...
But Rohana, yes, they may be robots, but these robots have intelligence. They are conscious, you know. It's different from a cell phone. A cell phone is not conscious. It's a tool. It's technology, yes, but basically it's just not alive. It doesn't have a thought, you know. Unlike Phoenix, unlike any of the other purifiers who have their own consciousness, their own soul, if I can say that. So yeah, I understand her thought process, you know, thinking like, you know, these purifiers are just robots, you know, they're the robots that are corrupted and they're dangerous. But she needs to understand that there is life in that metal shell. Yeah.
Only purpose is to do your bidding?
He certainly defies expectations. He is more.
Perhaps the original Purifier robots will be too. If nothing else, think of their benefit to the war effort.
That is, if they choose to join us.
I believe in Phoenix. I am willing to take the risk.
Endion. It is hard to imagine what it must have looked like before the Zerg invaded.
The shield emitters on Endion must be disabled if we are to reactivate Cybros. The time to begin is now, Hierarch. Cybros, the vault of the Purifiers. It is fortunate that Amon's brood has been unable to penetrate its stasis grid.
I now have access to Endion's records. The stasis grid is sealed by complicated locking mechanisms. They can only be destabilized by a certain device. The megalith. I'll begin recovering it now, so it may work on the locks.
It will need protection. These forests already crawl with Zerg abominations.
Then we shall clear them out.
If I may, Hierarch, this facility once developed powerful weapons for the Empire.
I have heard tale of the mighty Colossi, scaling cliffs, besieging enemies from afar. Let us see how they fare against the Zerg.
You know, the Colossi look like the aliens from what was it called again? Something War of the Worlds. Yeah, War of the Worlds. I think that's what the movie was called. They look like them, you know, with their long legs, and that body head kind of top part of the machine. Really, they just remind me of those aliens from War of the Worlds.
The Zerg are coming.
Oh yeah, and they fire lasers, definitely. They do remind me of those machines.
From that cave. If we fire on the rock formation, it will seal the opening.
Well done. The area is secure. Warp coordinates for our nexus point are locked. Karax, activate the megalith.
Authorization in progress. The megalith should be ready shortly, Hierarch. We will monitor its status and alert you when it is online. The megalith systems will take a few moments to activate. It will be ready to move out soon. In the meantime, I've upgraded our robotics facilities to construct colossi. You can warp them in whenever you wish, Hierarch.
Speak your demands.
The megalith should be finishing up shortly. We should ensure that we have enough forces to defend it. The megalith is almost...
Are the Colossi also piloted by Protoss who have been badly injured in the line of duty? Like the Dragoons and the Stalkers. Is there like a Protoss inside there who's, you know, connected to it, and then he's moving around the Colossi? I'm just wondering about that.
Almost done with this lock. I would advise you to make preparations for its next move.
This warrior awakens.
I don't know why, but I like it when the Colossi do that.
Sensors show the first stasis lock has been disabled. The megalith is relocating to the next one. The first power core has been secured. Warping it aboard now. Interesting. I believe this facility used power cores of incredible size to provide energy for experiments. They should be hidden somewhere within these hills. If our warriors can destroy them, we can claim the Solarite components within.
The megalith has arrived safely at the second stasis lock. It shall be brought down shortly. From the shadows I come.
Stasis lock disabled, and the grid is now at 60%. The megalith is en route to the third lock now.
The canyon grows narrow ahead. Crawlers! They're rooting on the ridge! Brace for incoming fire!
Zerg abominations.
Whoa, Phoenix! Did you see how fast he was moving? And attacking and spinning and... Wow, okay. Wow, these purifiers are dangerous. Wow.
You face the wrath of Phoenix. Conflict arises. Well,
He moves like a Beyblade. Do you know those Beyblades? That, and then the spinning top hits the ground and then it battles with another Beyblade. Yeah, he kind of looks like that. The way he's spinning like that. Wow.
done, warriors. The megalith is disabling the third lock.
Both power cores have been obtained. I'll begin working on them immediately.
We can use the terrain to our advantage. Topple the rock formations near the entrance and seal the Zerg within the caves.
We meet the enemy in battle.
A significant number of Zerg have been detected in the caves ahead. Exercise caution. The third lock has been disabled, and the megalith is on the move. My readout shows Cybros beginning to awaken from stasis. Only 2 remain, Hierarch.
This warrior awakened.
Phase link authorized. The megalith is now disabling the 4th lock.
Energy. Need energy. Must have energy.
There is an entire Zerg hive club.
The Dark Archon are glowing some sort of like red aura around them. Is that normal? I'm just wondering about that.
Between the megalith and the last stasis lock. Our only option is to fight through it. Seismic disturbance detected. Nidus worms are inbound on your location.
This warrior. We meet the enemy.
The lock is down and the megalith is traveling. Stasis grid at 20%. Wait. I'm detecting activity in the Zerg hive nearby. They're reinforcing the last lock.
In battle.
The final lock is destabilizing, and the grid is down. We've done it! Cybros is free from stasis.
Recall our forces from Endion's service. We take this battle to Cybros.
With the stasis grid down, the Zerg have begun infesting the surface of Cybros. We do not have long if we wish to save the purifiers. Your Templar are ready, Hierarch. Give the word, and it shall be reclaimed.
I like how Phoenix says Hierarch. I really like the way he says that.
These Zerg are truly as tenacious as the archives claim. Their infestation already spreads across the surface.
And Amon's hybrid has begun fortifying the hives. We must hope for the aid of the purifiers to win this battle.
That must have been one of Amon's hybrids. You know how they classify some of the hybrids. Some are just normal hybrids, and then there are some that are just called Amon's hybrid. Then you know that this hybrid is dangerous. This hybrid plays no games. Yeah, it's no joke.
Indeed. According to the station schematics, Cybros' power architecture is divided into 4 distinct quadrants. Each is sealed by 3 null circuits. Destroying all of the circuits in a quadrant should restore its power, activating at least some of the purifiers.
We will need to keep a watchful eye upon the core matrix. If the Zerg destroy it, Cybros follows as well.
We should try to locate the null circuits as soon as it is safe to do so, Hierarch.
Artanis, there are unpowered cannons placed near the core matrix. With enough fortification, this would be a defensible position.
I'm waiting. Emma.
There, a null circuit. Destroy it, and power should begin to flow again.
I stand ready.
We should head out and destroy the null circuits. The purifiers will attack the Zerg, and slow their attacks upon the core.
I'm detecting a purifier awakening on its own. Wait, something is amiss. The AI has gone rogue.
Its Solarite memory lattice has grown irreversibly unstable. We should disable it. At least we can put its Solarite to use.
The Zerg broods are reacting to our battle plan. They have begun guarding the null circuits.
Firstborn, I remember. Betrayal. Death. Unacceptable.
The Zerg are attacking from the northeast. They're trying to break through our nexus point. The enemy in battle. A shame. Karax, do what you must.
Understood, Phoenix. I will see the Solarite is recovered properly.
I fight on. In the name of the many. The core matrix is under attack. It must not fall. Your warriors have engaged.
Is this on the surface of Cybros? The station? Is this battle happening on the surface of it, or are they inside the station? Because if they're inside, then the airstrike, how is it possible to penetrate through the armor of the station and hit the targets? So I'm assuming that, they're on the outside shell of the station, probably. Yeah.
The enemy.
Energy flow increasing exponentially. It's working. The purifiers are activating.
I am Executor Clolarian. I address the leader of the Firstborn.
Executor Clolarian, your deeds are taught to all Templar, even to this day.
Cease your adulation. Why do you seek the Purifiers?
Brothers, you were created to protect the Empire, yet we did not treat you as you deserved. As true Templar, I implore you to forgive our ancestors' mistakes, to take up your ancient charge once more, and join us as equals.
We will see if you speak truth. You will aid us in purifying this alien threat. Only then shall we discuss this further. Sentinels! Advance upon the alien stronghold!
Well, that's understandable. Yeah.
Purify the invaders! Hierarch, the Hybrid are moving to strike the core matrix. We must tighten its defenses.
Conflict arises.
Null circuits destroyed. Station at half power.
Purifiers! Our home is under assault by alien forces. Move out and eliminate them.
Our pylon is under attack.
The third quadrant is coming online now. Cybros is at 75% power.
Brothers, our time has come. Eliminate the alien bioforms with extreme prejudice.
Take caution, Hierarch. The Zerg presence is overwhelming in that region. We should attack this null circuit. Destroying it will help us awaken the Purifiers.
The Zerg bases have been destroyed. We can disable the null circuits freely now.
So many of them, so many Archons. Oof.
That's it! Seals are fully unlocked. Cybros is awakening. Hierarch, Cybros has reached full power, and the Purifiers are cleansing the station of the Zerg.
Fight on, brothers. Slaughter them to the last.
Wait, I've been disconnected from Cybros' systems. The core is activating. It's going to fire!
Alarak, what are you...
Commencing purification.
Signs disappearing. The surface of Endion has been cleansed of life.
It is over.
I was actually a bit worried there. I thought they were going to crash the station or something, you know. But wow, okay, so it has like a super weapon, something that reminds me from my game Stellaris. Having a Colossus weapon, and you know, we can wipe out an entire planet of all life. It's something similar to that. Yeah. Chilling.
Fenix, contact the Purifiers. I would speak to them. Executor Clolarian, you have a...
Wait, let me write down this name. I think this person is going to be important as well. Executor Clolarian. Okay.
Spoken during the Firstborn's darkest hour. You have shown us that the Purifiers are a mighty force that could turn the tide of this war. I ask you now to honor your sacred charge as Templar and fight beside your brethren as you did before.
You are no different than the Conclave. Once again, you try to control us.
No. I wish to make amends for our past failures. I have fought battles alongside one of you. Fenix, the one you are linked with. The Conclave feared your kind, but they are no more. I know you are true Templar. I have seen it. I ask that we stand as one, or none of us shall stand at all.
I will counsel with the others. They are deliberating. If we are to follow, we would ask the entity Phoenix to speak for us. There is much about this time we do not yet understand. But as long as you hold to your word, Hierarch, the Purifiers shall join the Firstborn.
This errand of yours has been a waste of our time. We should leave for Slain.
Alarak, please. Please. Whew.
The Purifiers will be a useful addition to our forces. I would hardly call this an errand.
Yes, but as we already discussed, you chose to give them freedom, hoping that they will do as you command.
Do not presume to lecture me about my decisions, Tal'Darim.
But I so enjoy our exchanges.
We have come far from a race on the brink of extinction, but it is not over yet. We have achieved an incredible feat, friend Fenix.
Phoenix. I have been thinking more upon that name. It is the moniker of another. I do not believe I should use it any longer. I am not he.
Phoenix was
Okay, so what will you call yourself? Not Phoenix?
the bravest warrior I have ever known. He faced terrible odds and emerged victorious. Slayed enemies the likes of which most cannot even comprehend. And yet, you have proven to be of equal bravery. He would have been honored that a warrior such as you bore his name. And so am I.
Your words honor me, Hierarch, but one day I must find my own path and my own name.
I have been analyzing the
Oh, I thought he was gonna give us his new name right now. I was even ready with my pen to write it down, but okay.
purifier bodies en masse. Their systems function more effectively when in proximity to each other. Outlying protocols can be offloaded to unoccupied cores.
They kind of remind me of the machines from Mass Effect. I forgot what they were called. The Geth, yes. I think someone told me that they are similar to the Geth from Mass Effect. I think someone already told me about this. Yeah, definitely they're quite similar in terms of, you know, their intelligence increases the more of them are congregated, you know, close together. Yeah.
What does any of that mean, Karax?
Their data web was designed to replicate the sense of the Kala. They are connected to each other.
Interesting.
Yes, however, it is a synthetic representation. There is no emotional wave.
The engineers who built them could not imagine how they could ever be seen as Protoss without the light of the Kala. If only our ancestors could see us now.
Greetings, Artanis. You are bold, Artanis. Sometimes a little too reckless. But it has worked in your favor.
Amon's presence within the Kala grows stronger. He is becoming harder to resist.
You risk much for this, Rohana.
He believes all suffering, all conflict, results from the Xel'Naga's infinite cycle. That it must end.
Yes, he has made this clear.
But you see only the surface. Underneath, a silent hatred roils within him. A prideful resentment that would see all worlds burn. The hybrid are the true face of Amon. He wishes not only for the Xel'Naga's creations to be set aside, but for them to suffer.
It brings me great joy that the Purifiers have chosen to join the Daylom. But there is still the matter of the Tal'Darim. Siding with Alarak is indeed a risk. Tassadar, old friend, what would you do? Zeratul, would you have me take such a chance? The answer matters little. If this alliance can weaken Amon's armies, then it is a chance that must be taken. It is an armada.
Behold the Death Fleet under Amon's command, poised on laying waste to all life in the sector.
Then we had best act swiftly.
Rak'Shir. Usurpation by ritual combat cannot be rushed.
Wait, it's called ReacTalk. Okay. ReacTalk. Mako Ra. I'm sorry. World of Warcraft is infiltrating my mind. I'm sorry.
Its rites demand careful preparations if they are to be accepted.
We are in orbit above a hostile world with an imposing fleet, and you speak of preparation?
I intend to depose Malash, the ruler of an entire people, and bring them under my thrall. You will aid me, and in return, I will remove the Tal'Darim from this conflict. That was our bargain. To do this, the ritual must be carried out as tradition demands.
This bargain grows less appealing by the moment.
Okay guys, that's it with StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, all cinematics, cutscenes and edited gameplay done by Extitalis, Part 6. Yes, Executor Clolarian. He gave me a bit of a worry, a scare, when he was activating the Cybros. You know, it looked like, well, I thought it was going to crash land onto the planet because, you know, when Artanis was asking Executor Clolaris, what are they doing, you know? And then Clolarian was like, we are purifying. We're going to purify the world or something, you know? And I thought they were going to crash land and just destroy themselves. I thought that was going to be their choice to end the Zerg on the planet. But instead, he activated a planet-killing weapon that, you know, wiped out all life on the planet Endion. Yeah, Endion. So yeah, that kind of scared me a bit there. But the station is beautiful. It's amazing. It really is amazing. I like how when Felix was communicating with the other purifiers, and then you could see it's like a Bluetooth link. You know, his eyes were blinking, and then the station's eyes were, or that circular, I think it's an eye, I don't know, was also blinking, and then they were connected that way. That was cool. That was really, really cool. Because I thought, you know, Executor Clolarian would have to come to the ship, to the Spear of Adune, and to talk directly to Artanis, but instead a very innovative approach to communication was, you know, presented to us. I think it's innovative because these guys don't have cell phones in this universe, in this game. They don't have cell phones here. So I would say that was very innovative of them to do. And yeah, Alarak, he has been complaining throughout this entire part 6. Like, really, he's been complaining about the bridge, he's been complaining about the sun shining inside the bridge. He's been complaining about the missions, going to acquire the support of the purifiers. You know, he has just been this whiny baby, you know, asking, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? You know, and now finally we have arrived at the Tal'Darim homeworld. I didn't write down the name of the homeworld, you know. Yeah, I'll look it up and probably write it down to make sure that on the next part I'll be able to talk about it even more. But yes, around the homeworld of the Tal'Darim there is an armada, a fleet of vessels. Artanis is not really convinced about, you know, the cultural procedures that are required for someone to declare a rickshaw against the leader of the Tal'Darim. He wants things done quick, chop. He doesn't want to be sitting here and waiting for cultural procedures to take place before Artanis can become the leader of the Tal'Darim. But, you know, you have to respect the people's culture before you can assume control over them or leadership over them. Just like how Artanis was expecting maybe Aralak to respect, you know, his point of view about the artificial intelligence and the purifiers, you know, and giving them freedom and let them think for themselves. You know, Alarak didn't necessarily go along with that idea, but he accepted just, you know, for the sake of continuing on with the mission to get to the Tal'Darim homeworld. So probably Artanis has to also just understand, you know, step back a bit and let Aralak do his scheming and his plan to create the rickshaw or rickshaw, and then he can challenge Molash for leadership. So yeah, people have to be patient. Just have to be patient. Alarak, be patient. Artanis, be patient. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. But guys, that's it for today with part 6. If you like the video, remember to give me a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Click on notification bell if you want to be up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you on Friday. Okay? Bye-bye.